Jai Hind, dear students. Today we are moving to learn the concept of bookkeeping. Actually, bookkeeping is a part of accounting. Before the emergence of accounting rules, business people used to record their transactions in a small book, maybe small or large. They record everyday transaction in a separate book. After that, they will find out whether they have profit or loss from that book. So, bookkeeping is a part of accounting. Today we have to learn what is bookkeeping and what is the difference between bookkeeping and accounting. Let us begin with the concept of bookkeeping. So, bookkeeping is the recording on a day-to-day basis of the financial transactions and informations pertaining to a business. It ensures that records of the individual financial transactions are correct, up to date, and comprehensive. Accuracy is therefore vital to the process. So, in simple sense, we can say bookkeeping is the recording of financial transactions day-to-day basis on a day-to-day basis. So it helps the accountant to find out the profit or loss in the end of an accounting year. So just remember, bookkeeping is the recording of what? Of the day-to-day financial transactions, accounting information. The financial transaction, last class we have learned. Normally, the transactions is of two types, but in traditional ways, we will say three types of transactions are there. But nowadays, in the modern business field, we are giving importance for two types of financial transaction. So, as per the traditional concept, the three modes of financial transactions are one, barter transaction, cash transaction, and credit transaction. Hope it is you're coming to your mind or memory. Already you have learned in the 10th class or lower classes the types of transactions. But here we are learning the financial transaction. So as per the modern approach, there exists or the accountants, the business people will give importance only for the cash and the credit transaction. So bookkeeping involves a recording of such day-to-day financial transaction, maybe cash transaction or credit transaction. You know very well, when I am purchasing products by paying cash, it is known as cash transaction. And when I am purchasing some products and not paying the cash on that particular moment, then it is known as credit transaction. I think it is very clear for you. So, bookkeeping ensures the records of the individual financial transactions. Every individual transactions are recorded in the books and it will be correct and up to date and comprehensive. All the transactions will be correct, whether it may be credit or cash transaction. It shows the correct information of transaction happened in a particular moment, and it will be up to date. Every second, every minute, every day it will be recorded, up to date, and it includes comprehensive. Includes comprehensive means all the transactions happened in that particular organization. They will never omit a single transaction. So, the accuracy is therefore vital in the process. It ensures accuracy of recording all the information. So, remember, bookkeeping involves a recording of transactions, identifying the transaction, then recording, measuring, and recording. There is no preparation of summary. Summary, in the sense, the preparation of trading and profit and loss account is not there, and also they are not preparing balance sheet. So it's only the up-to-date record of all the financial transactions in an organization. Let us look at the difference between accounting and bookkeeping. As I told, bookkeeping is only a part of accounting. Let us discuss what are the difference between bookkeeping and accounting. So the first difference shows bookkeeping is maintained by junior staff. So bookkeeping is maintained by junior staff, but accounting is the whole books of accounts are maintained by senior staff, senior accountants. So the juniors who is assisting the senior is keeping a book to enter all the transactions. But my dear friends, you know very well, nowadays computers are used for recording all the transactions. But we have to learn what is the difference between the bookkeeping and accounting. Still, lot of organizations are following bookkeeping method, the traditional methods of entering books of accounts and finding out profit and loss. So keep in your mind, bookkeeping is maintained by junior staff, accounting is maintained by the senior staff, senior accountants. Bookkeeping is the primary stage. Primary stage in the sense where we are recording all the transactions for the first time. So after only identifying, measuring and recording, we are going to prepare the accounts, then accounts like trading profit and loss account and balance sheet. So bookkeeping is the primary stage, then comes accounting, but bookkeeping is a part of accounting. So accounting also involves identifying, measuring, recording, classifying, summarizing of all information. So it is known as the secondary stage. Bookkeeping, when we find out the difference, bookkeeping is the first process. Then comes the accounting. So secondary stage. Bookkeeping is concerned with the recording of day-to-day transaction. Bookkeeping is concerned with the recording. It involves recording of day-to-day transactions. Every transaction, maybe cash or credit, all the transactions are recorded. But in accounting, it is based on bookkeeping. So once the transactions are identified, measured, classified and recorded, then they are going to start the finding of profit and loss account and balance sheet preparation. So that is why accounting is based on bookkeeping. That is why we are telling bookkeeping is a part of accounting. So dear students, please remember the difference between bookkeeping and accounting. Just remember in your mind, bookkeeping is a part of accounting and it is the primary stage of accounting. Account keeping. Bookkeeping is the primary stage, then comes the accounting. So that's all related to difference between bookkeeping and accounting. So keep in your mind what is the concept of bookkeeping. When you go to higher studies, you will learn more. So let us discuss another topic, users of financial information. Users of financial information. So suppose I am running, you are also running a business organization. Lot of people are interested to watch the result of your organization. Whether you are running in profit, whether you are growing, like information is needed for some people. They are known as users of financial information. So financial information is needed for a lot of people like owners, shareholders, investors, public, management, creditors, employees, labor union and customers. Lots of people are there. Everyone want to know for some use. So after completing the financial transactions entry, finding of profit and loss, and also the finding of balance sheet, financial position, finding of financial position through balance sheet, it will be published. It will be published for the public or maybe users like these people. So just remember what is the use of financial information for the owners. Suppose I am running an organization, I need the financial information. Financial information in the sense whether my organization is in profit or loss. I want to take better decision. I want to take the decision related to invest more in my business. So owners need the information for future decision making. Shareholders, it is a new term for you. Shareholders, the persons who are holding share in another company. You know very well in daily news, there are a lot of information in the business page related to shares of company is for sale. So share is a document. Suppose Maruti Udyog Limited is issuing share. Why they are issuing share? They are issuing share for raising finance, raising fund for the organization. They need money. They can issue one document known as share in the stock exchange. Suppose I am taking the share, I am the shareholder. Shareholder sometimes treated as the owner of the organization, and I will get a part of the profit. So when Maruti Udyog Limited publishes the financial information, definitely I want to know. I want to know whether I am getting enough amount of profit from that particular company. So shareholders need the information, and sometimes shareholders are treated as investors. I have enough money, I am investing in bank or any other organization. I will invest only after checking the progressing state of that particular company. Suppose I am investing in on company in my near locality. I would first find out the financial data about that company. I will ask for a duplicate copy of the balance sheet and trading profit and loss account of the last year of that particular company. Then I will analyze whether that particular company where I am going to invest is running in profit or loss. Normally, people will invest in such a company which are running in high profit, and the public want to know the financial information of a company because they want to check whether the organization is growing or not. And what about the management? Every time the management of an organization, maybe top level or middle level or lower level management, they want to know. Management means the managers are planning every activity related to the organization. They are planning all the activities in an organization and organizing all the materials. They are appointing enough number of workers, staffs. They are directing the workers to do the planned activity, also controlling the performance of the workers. So management at the end of the particular year, they want to know whether their planning is right or not. If they are getting enough profit, they can come into the conclusion their planning is right. If the firm is facing loss, they can come into the conclusion that they have to change the plan. And who are creditors? Who are creditors? Creditors are those people who are giving financial support for the business firms. Not only financial support, suppose I am running a production company which is producing electronic items, mainly computer. I didn't have sufficient amount of money in my hand, but I want to purchase a big machine which can be used for replacing the IC chips in the computer. At that time, I can approach a company, those who are selling such big company having huge amount of money, and they will give that company or that shop, they will give that machinery for credit. At that time, they are creditors. I am a debtor for them. Debtor means who is owing a debt. I have to pay money after some time. In that sense, the organization who is giving machine for me in credit, that organization or owner of that organization is known as creditors. And the banks are also giving financial support in the form of loans. So banks are also creditors. When we are approaching a bank for loan, they will ask the previous year's financial position, that is financial information. So before paying the loan, they want to know whether I am able to repay the amount of loan after a particular period of time. So creditors also need the use, they are also need the financial data, accounting information. And the employees, why they need the financial information? They, if the organization is having more profit, they can demand, employees can demand more salary and other benefits. Onam is coming, so they can demand more bonus, amount of bonus to the company. That is why they need the financial information. Labor unions are also, they need the financial information. They will also force the management to increase the amount of salary of the workers, and also they can ask for other employee benefits, another amount for employees benefit. So they can demand all these things only with the financial information available in the form of trading profit and loss account and balance sheet. And also the customers of that particular organization need. Suppose I am manufacturing so many products of consumer goods. My customers may be an agent, a wholesaler, a retailer, or the public. They want the information to know about the continuity of my business. Continuity of my business. Those organizations have high amount of profit will continue for a long time. That is a general concept. So these all are the people who want the financial information of an organization. Financial information means the information available in the form of books of accounts, trading profit and loss account, and statement balance sheet. Hope it is very clear. Remember who are the users of financial information. So it is a general topic, just keep in your mind. Next we are going to learn what are the different branches of accounting. What are the different branches of accounting? Branches means what are the different sub-parts of accounting. Normally we have to learn as per the syllabus also what is financial accounting, management accounting, cost accounting, tax accounting, and social responsibility accounting. So first of all we have to learn what is financial accounting. So financial accounting, actually financial accounting is our subject. The concept of financial accounting is very clear. Only after you will pass the 12th section. In all different units, we are learning about financial accounting. How to identify the transaction, how to classify the transaction, how to measure the transaction, how to prepare the records for recording the transaction, and also how to summarize the transaction in the form of different books like trading profit and loss account, cash book, sales book, statements like balance sheet, lots of financial statements are there. So all the things are learned through the branch financial accounting. So financial accounting involves recording and classifying business transaction and preparing and presenting financial statements to be used by the internal and external users. So a lot of users are there for the financial information. Already we have learned. It includes internal users from within the organization, like the owner, management, employees, labor units, etc. And external users like government, they need the accounting information for collecting the actual amount of tax. So financial accounting helps these peoples to find out the what is the actual financial position of a business firm during an year. The year may be starting from January to December, or the financial year which is starting from 1st April to 31st March. The total 12 months. So financial accounting is that part of accounting which is related to preparation and presentation of financial statements from the available amount of accounting transactions, the business transactions. So just remember in your mind, it is one of the branches of accounting, which is very much useful for the business people, management and everyone to take the better decision. So what we are learning in the class 11 and 12, that is financial accounting. I think it is very clear for you. So it involves all the process that we are going to learn throughout the 2 year, class 11 and 12, financial accounting. Keep in your mind what is financial accounting. Next one is related to the concept of management accounting. Actually, it is the continuation of financial accounting. In the second year classes, you will learn more about some topics like analysis of financial statement. Analysis of financial statement with the support of cash flow and fund flow statement, cash flow and fund flow statement, variance analysis report, cost to volume profit analysis report, break-even point calculation. Like lot of accounting tools are used for analyzing the financial data. So after preparing the trading profit and loss account and balance sheet, the experts of an organization will analyze the information, each and every information about what is the amount of sales during an year, what is the total amount of income during an year, what is the total amount of profit or loss during an year, what is the total amount of expense, maybe for short term period or for long term period, what is the amount of expense or liability for an accounting year. All the things are done as a part of management accounting. So just read the passage. This branch of accounting provides information to management for better administration of the business. So management accounting is that branch of accounting or part of accounting which helps the management for the better administration and effective administration of the business. So after analyzing, they are getting the correct information regarding the financial position, whether they have lot of amount of money as asset or they have lot of amount of debt or liability. So normally there should be a balance between the liability and the asset available in the organization. Never the business people will think they need more liability because they will suffer a lot to repay the amount collected from the bank or money lenders that are liabilities. So how the management accounting is the best part of accounting which helps to effective administration of the organization. It helps in making important decisions and controlling of various activities of the business. So the manager is able to take decisions efficiently with the help of the different accounting tools like preparing budgets, the projected cash flow and fund flow statement, variance analysis report, cost to volume profit analysis report. These are all the tools you will learn in detail in the second year accountancy. So these tools are used to analyze the present year's performance of that organization, and it will help the management for better decisions, taking efficient decisions. So that part of accounting is management accounting. Hope it is very clear. And next one is cost accounting. Cost means what is the total amount spent for producing a product. We have to know what is the amount of cost of production. Then only we can fix the price for a product. We have to know what is the total amount of cost of production, and we want to know what is the cost of production per unit. Suppose you are manufacturing soaps, you are doing that type of business, you want to know what is the total cost of production for producing thousand number of soaps. Then you can find out what is the actual amount of cost in the production of a single soap. Why we want to know? Then only we can fix the price. We can fix the maximum retail price by adding the profit of the manufacturer, the profit of the wholesaler, the profit of the retailer. So cost accounting is helping to know about what is the total amount of output or production and what is the amount spent for producing a single product. Just look at this. Cost accounting deals with evaluating the cost of a product or service offered. It calculates the cost by considering all factors that contribute to the production of the output, both manufacturing and administrative factors. The objective of cost accounting is to help the management in fixing the price and controlling the cost of production. So, through cost accounting, we can find out what is the maximum amount spent for producing limited number of products, maybe thousand or lakhs, whatever it may be. So, by knowing the total amount of cost of production, the management can take the decision. They can bring new techniques to reduce the cost. When the cost is reduced, the profit will be very high. So, cost accounting helps to find out the total cost of production and per unit cost of production. It helps to fix the price of the product. Hope it is very clear. Then the next one is tax accounting. Tax accounting is also a part of accounting in every organization. I think you got the meaning. Tax accounting is for paying tax to whom? To the government. So tax accounting is a part of accounting, branch of accounting, which helps the clients to follow the rules set by the tax authorities. It includes tax planning and preparation of tax returns. So based on tax accounting and also by following the rules of government, they are paying the GST nowadays. So the part of accounting which helps the business people for tax planning and preparation of tax returns. Tax return means what is the amount paid by the company in the form of tax to the government. So with the better planning, like the tax planning, the business people can reduce the amount of tax. It also involves the determination of income tax. So through tax accounting, they are calculating what is the amount of tax, income tax paid to the government or any other taxes. The tax advisory services such as ways to minimize the taxes legally, not illegally. Through tax accounting, we can find out the ways, the different methods to minimize the amount of tax legally. And the evaluation of consequences of tax decision and other tax related matters are part of tax accounting. So in simple sense, you have to remember the tax accounting is the part of branch of accounting which helps to find out the amount of income tax or any other tax paid by the company for the authorities. or government. So remember, it is another branch of accounting. So already we have learned four. What are they? Financial accounting, management accounting, cost accounting, and tax accounting. And one more item is remaining, that is social responsibility accounting. Social responsibility accounting. I think it is very clear for you. So every organization is spending some amount of money for the welfare of the society. For the welfare of the society. Like giving more employment opportunity to the people in their locality, providing for the development of the society's peoples, giving homes for the peoples, poor peoples who are not able to not having a proper place to sleep and live, and also they are providing opportunity for the they are spending more money for conducting social awareness among the people, health camps, educational facilities for the workers in the organization, providing products at the maximum quality at lower prices. So they are spending a lot for the welfare of the society. But we want to know what is the amount of money spent for such purpose. That is social responsibility accounting. So social accounting or social responsibility accounting is the process of communicating the social and environmental effects of an organization's economic actions to particular interest group within and to society at large. It is commonly used in the context of a business or corporate social responsibility. Although any organization including NGOs, charities and government agencies may engage in social accounting. So you can develop your own single sentence that means social responsibility accounting is the process or the part of accounting which is prepared to know what is the amount of money spent by the organization for the all-round development of the peoples in a particular society. So these are the branches of accounting. 5 branches of accounting we have learned: the financial accounting, then management accounting, tax accounting, cost accounting, and social responsibility accounting. So these are the areas coming as a part of introduction to accounting. And in the next sections, we will learn about the different accounting terms. Then we can learn all the problem areas very easily. So, my dear students, please develop your own concept by watching this video again and again, and also by reading the textbook, also going through the different web pages. So thank you for your patience. Have a great day. We will meet in the next class. Till then, bye.